Hey guys, it's me. So, I am totally bummed out because I recorded this video earlier and I had my makeup all done and I had on like a cute shirt and I had like done my hair, like wore it down and like curled the bottom, and I swear it was like the best, how should I say it? The best me being normal that I've ever been on camera. Like, I try to be serious. And I didn't look at myself the whole time. So, I had my laptop in my living room and I was uploading the video and it was like processing, like it was almost done. And for some reason, like I inserted the memory card, you know, like the blue little memory card. And I took it out because I was thinking that I was doing it with like the cord, and I wasn't. And then a couple minutes later, I got up to let my dog outside, and I can't find the memory card. And I'm 99% sure that it is in the couch, and I have looked 500 times because I'm so pissed off about it, and I can't find it. So I had this memory card just for like a regular camera, and I'm like, whatever, I'm still going to do this video because I already done it. So the video is my first time tag. I was not tagged in this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So I'm just going to read the questions to you guys and answer them. So I'm trying really hard not to look at myself and look into the camera, but this memory card is really small, so I just want to make sure that it's recording. Okay, so I'm going to read the questions and answer them. Okay, the first question. Do you still talk to your first love? No, I do not. Number 2, what was your first job? Okay, I'm just going to assume that babysitting does not count. So, then my first job after that was when I was 13, it was detasseling. If detasseling doesn't count, which it should, it was a job, it was hard, and I got minimum wage. If that doesn't count, then it was at a gas station when I was 16. Oh shoot. What was your first car? My first car was a truck, and it was a Ford Ranger. It was brown. It was my brother's truck. He's older than I am, so when I turned 16, I got his truck, and he got a car that, he bought himself. So, who is the first person you thought of this morning? My dog, because he's sick, so I'm constantly thinking about him. And just so you guys know, this is like pajamas. Like, I don't have a polka dot weird shirt on. Okay. Who was your first grade teacher? My first grade teacher was Miss Moore, and I can remember that because, for one, I loved that teacher. For 2, in elementary school, we had like 4 different teachers, like 4 different classes, and I don't know if this is all schools, but it would be like 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4. And Mrs. Moore was 1-4, so we would always like have a cheer and say, "Go Miss Moore, 1-4." So I know that's really cheesy, but it's like something I'm 27 and I remember that about being in first grade. Okay, so where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? Nowhere, because I've never been on an airplane. Who was your first best friend, and do you still talk? I don't know who to consider who was my first best friend. Like, I don't know. And I would say probably not. I don't know. first sleepover. My parents were super strict when I was little, and they were really strict about me spending the night places. So I would have to say that my first sleepover was at my cousin's house. She was a grade above me, but we were really close growing up. Who was the first person you talked to today? Well, if my dog doesn't count because he can't talk back, then it was my girlfriend. Whose wedding were you in the first time? My brother's. He got married in 2007, and I was a bridesmaid, and he's no longer married, but that's a whole different story. What was the first thing you did this morning? I got up to give my dog medicine. What was the first concert you ever went to? I went to a lot of like Christian concerts when I was young, and then besides that, it would probably be NSYNC. First broken bone. I never had a broken bone. First piercing. My ears, obviously. And then, I have my ears pierced a lot of places, but besides my ears, my belly button. And I wasn't as fat then, so. But I was still probably too fat to have my belly button pierced. But I didn't care. First foreign country you've been to? I've never been to one. First movie you remember seeing? Who can remember the first movie they've ever seen? Like, that's, no offense to anybody that made up these questions, but that's a bit ridiculous. Like, you watch a movie when you're 1, 2, 3, you don't remember that. Who was your first roommate? My my brother's girlfriend, but it was only for a month. But I lived with her for a month. Not him, just her. What were the first lessons you ever took? I don't know. I honestly can't remember taking lessons. I was in cheerleading in 5th, 6th, 7th grade, so cheerleading lessons, and I was in choir, so. Who was the first person beauty related on YouTube you ever watched? I don't know. It's not like I can, literally remember, oh, this is the first person I ever watched. But I would have to say that Nicole Guerrero, I don't know how to say her last name. But you guys know who I'm talking about, I'm sure, if you watch YouTube. She was the first person I watched that I remember loving and realizing there's this whole world of YouTube. I always knew there was YouTube, but I didn't realize there was beauty gurus who posted videos all the time, and I had no clue. And she was probably the first one that I really realized that. So that is all the questions. I'm sorry that I cannot edit this to put the questions, but hopefully you heard me enough to understand what the question was. But I will list the questions below, so if you guys want to do the video, then you'll have it. So yeah, I am not going to tag anybody separately, but everybody that I watch, I tag you all to this video. So yeah, I hope this wasn't too boring, and I really wish that I could have done the first video because I done good in it, I have to say. Not I done good, but I wasn't looking at myself the whole time, and yeah. So I guess that is it. Thank you guys for watching. If you are not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, and please thumbs up if you like this video.